Welcome. Today, we are going to discuss cultural transformation and how to lead organizational change to embrace agile methodologies. In today's fast-paced and ever-evolving business environment, the ability to adapt and innovate is paramount. This involves more than just adopting new processes or tools. It requires a fundamental shift in the way we think, work, and interact. Cultural transformation is about fostering an environment where adaptability, collaboration, and innovation become ingrained in the very fabric of the organization. Adaptability means being able to quickly respond to changing market conditions and customer needs. Collaboration promotes teamwork and shared goals across different departments and teams. Innovation encourages experimentation, learning, and the development of new ideas. Let's dive in and explore how we can make this happen. Let's explore why cultural transformation is so important. Organizations often face common challenges, such as resistance to change from established hierarchies, where traditional management structures can be slow to adapt to new ways of working. Another challenge is siloed departments with poor communication, where lack of coordination can hinder progress and efficiency. Lastly, the fear of failure limiting innovation can prevent teams from taking necessary risks to discover new solutions. However, transformation also brings significant opportunities, including increased adaptability to market changes, which means organizations can respond more effectively to new trends and customer demands. There is also improved employee engagement and satisfaction, leading to a more motivated and productive workforce. Finally, faster delivery of value to customers improves customer satisfaction and loyalty. Let's examine the differences between a traditional culture and an agile culture. In a traditional culture, we typically see a hierarchical structure with top-down decision-making and emphasis on following established processes. Traits include command and control, risk aversion, siloed teams, and a focus on process. In contrast, an agile culture promotes a collaborative environment with shared decision-making and focus on delivering customer value through continuous improvement. This includes traits like self-organization, experimentation, cross-functional teams, and a value-focused approach. The traditional mindset operates with fixed plans, detailed requirements upfront, and success measured by adherence to the plan. Conversely, the agile mindset embraces adaptive planning with iterative development and success measured by customer satisfaction. This incorporates continuous learning, psychological safety, rapid feedback, and encourages innovation. Now, let's explore some models for cultural transformation. The first is Kotter's 8-step change model, which is a structured approach to organizational change that emphasizes the importance of preparing and accepting change before implementing it. Step 1 is to create urgency. You need to inspire people to move toward change by creating a sense of urgency around the need for change. Step 2, form a coalition. Assemble a group with enough power to lead the change effort and encourage teamwork. Step 3, create a vision. Develop a vision and strategy to help direct the change effort and align initiatives. Step 4, communicate the vision. Ensure as many people as possible understand and accept the vision and strategy. Another model is the ADKAR Change Management Model. This is a goal-oriented change management model that guides individual and organizational change by focusing on outcomes rather than tasks. The A in ADKAR awareness means building awareness of the need for change and the risks of not changing. D, desire, means creating the desire to participate and support the change through motivation and engagement. K, knowledge, means providing the knowledge about how to change through training and education. Another A, ability, means developing the ability to implement required skills and behaviors. Lastly, R, reinforcement, means reinforcing the change to ensure it sticks and becomes part of the culture. Cultural transformation often involves several phases. Phase 1 is assessment. You need to evaluate the current organizational culture and identify gaps between the present state and the desired agile culture. Actions include conducting cultural assessment surveys and identifying cultural barriers to agility. Phase 2 is awareness. This means creating understanding of why cultural change is necessary and how it supports business objectives. You can do this through executive workshops on Agile values and by sharing success stories from other organizations. Phase 3 is alignment. Align leadership around a common vision for the cultural transformation and secure commitment by defining a cultural vision and principles, and by developing a leadership coalition for change. Phase 4 is action. Implement specific initiatives to shift behaviors, mindsets, and organizational systems. This includes redesigning performance management systems and implementing Agile ceremonies and practices. Phase 5 is adoption. Scale cultural changes across the organization and address resistance through coaching and support. You can provide ongoing coaching and mentoring and create communities of practice. Phase 6 is anchoring. Reinforce and sustain the cultural changes by embedding them in organizational systems and processes, aligning hiring and onboarding practices, and celebrating and rewarding Agile behaviors. It's important to note that cultural transformation is not linear. Organizations often cycle through these phases multiple times as they deepen their Agile adoption. Leadership plays a crucial role in cultural transformation. Some leadership behaviors include modeling Agile values and principles in daily actions, empowering teams through delegation and trust, embracing transparency and open communication, encouraging experimentation and learning from failure, and focusing on removing organizational impediments. It is important to consider this quote from Frances Hesselbein: "Culture does not change because we desire to change it. Culture changes when the organization is transformed. The culture reflects the realities of people working together every day." A notable example is Microsoft's transformation. When Satya Nadella became Chief Executive Officer in 2014, he led Microsoft through a significant cultural transformation from a know-it-all to a learn-it-all culture. This shift emphasized growth mindset, customer empathy, and collaborative innovation. Key leadership actions included redefining the company mission and values to align with a growth mindset, restructuring the organization to break down silos between divisions, changing performance management to reward collaboration, and modeling vulnerability and learning by publicly acknowledging mistakes. For successful cultural transformation, consider the following strategies. Start small and scale gradually. Begin with pilot teams to demonstrate success and learn from challenges before expanding across the organization. Select high-visibility projects with engaged teams for initial transformation efforts. Focus on mindset shifts. Address underlying beliefs and assumptions rather than just implementing new practices and processes. Use storytelling to illustrate how Agile mindsets lead to better outcomes. Invest in continuous learning. Create opportunities for ongoing education, coaching, and knowledge sharing to build capabilities. Establish communities of practice to sustain momentum and share learnings. Measure cultural progress. Define and track metrics that indicate cultural shifts, not just process compliance or output. Use pulse surveys and retrospectives to gather feedback on cultural changes. Let's discuss overcoming common challenges in cultural transformation. One common obstacle is middle management resistance. Middle managers often feel threatened by self-organizing teams and fear loss of control or relevance in an Agile environment. Another obstacle is organizational silos, where deeply entrenched departmental boundaries and specialized functions can impede cross-functional collaboration. Additionally, a fear of failure can be a challenge. Organizations with punitive approaches to mistakes create environments where experimentation and innovation are stifled. To address these challenges, consider the following effective solutions. Redefine management roles. Train managers to become servant leaders who focus on removing impediments, coaching teams, and facilitating organizational change. Create cross-functional initiatives. Design projects that require collaboration across departments and align incentives to reward cross-functional teamwork. Build psychological safety. Establish environments where teams feel safe to take risks, share ideas, and learn from failures without fear of punishment. In conclusion, Let's summarize the key takeaways and discuss next steps. Remember, culture should come first, process second. Agile transformation succeeds when cultural change precedes and supports process changes, not the other way around. Also, leadership commitment is essential. Sustained leadership commitment and modeling of agile behaviors is essential for successful cultural transformation. Finally, patience and persistence are key. Cultural transformation is a journey that requires patience, persistence, and continuous reinforcement over time. For recommended next steps, first, conduct a cultural assessment to identify specific barriers to agility in your organization. Second, develop a cultural vision that aligns with your organization's mission and values. Third, create a coalition of change agents across different levels of the organization. Fourth, design specific initiatives to address the most critical cultural barriers. We wish you success in your cultural transformation. Thank you. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.